This is a story about second chances, about finding love when you least expect it, and about a love so powerful it can bring two people together despite any obstacle. Once upon a time in a bustling city lived a professional driver named Daniel. Daniel was known for his punctuality, his discretion, and his smooth driving. He was the kind of driver every celebrity, every influential person wanted. But Daniel's life was about to change when he got an unexpected call. A prominent businessman, Mr. Harrington, needed a personal driver, someone to chauffeur his wife around the city. The pay was good, the hours were flexible, and most importantly, it came with a hefty sign-on bonus. For Daniel, it was an offer he couldn't refuse. On his first day on the job, he was to pick up Mrs. Harrington from her house. He arrived, a sleek black car idling outside. He put on his best clothes, combed his hair, put on his best smile, and waited. The door opened and out stepped a woman unlike any Daniel had seen before. She was beautiful, elegant, and had an aura about her that demanded respect. But there was something in her eyes, a sadness that tugged at Daniel's heart. Her name was Elena, and from the moment Daniel laid eyes on her, he was captivated. As the days went by, Daniel found himself falling for her. He admired her grace, her intelligence, her kindness, but he knew she was married. He was just the driver. It was a fantasy he couldn't afford to indulge in. Elena, however, had feelings for Daniel too. She found solace in his company, his attentiveness, his genuine nature. In a world where everyone wanted something from her, Daniel was different. He was just there to drive her. Yet he somehow knew when she needed company, when she needed a listening ear. One day, Elena decided to take a risk. She asked Daniel to meet her at a cafe near the park. When he arrived, she was already there, sitting at a table with a cup of coffee. She looked beautiful, and Daniel's heart raced as he approached her. "Elena, Daniel, I need to tell you something." Daniel sat down, his heart pounding. "Elena, I'm not happy in my marriage. I haven't been for a long time." Daniel listened as Elena poured out her heart, telling him about her unhappy marriage. He felt a surge of protectiveness over her, a desire to shield her from the pain in her life. The conversation continued for hours. They talked about their dreams, their fears, their hopes for the future. By the end of it, Daniel knew he loved Elena with all his heart. The next day, Elena called Daniel again. She asked him to meet her at her house, and he rushed over, his heart filled with anticipation. When he saw Elena, she was standing in front of the fireplace, a suitcase by her side. "Elena, I've decided to leave my husband. I want a divorce." She looked at Daniel, her eyes hopeful. "Daniel, I love you. Will you help me?" Of course, Daniel would have moved mountains for Elena. He agreed without hesitation. Together, they devised a plan. They would keep their relationship a secret from Elena's husband and a small circle of trusted friends. They would start a new life together in a small cottage by the sea, far away from prying eyes and judgmental whispers. However, as the days went by, Elena became restless. The guilt of deceiving her husband, the fear of being alone, it was eating away at her. She couldn't shake off the feeling that she was betraying the vows she had taken. Elena began to question if starting a new life with Daniel was the right thing to do. Torn between her love for Daniel and her sense of duty, Elena made a decision. She would return to her husband and try to make things work. She owed it to herself and to her husband to at least try. With a heavy heart, Elena called Daniel and told him about her decision. Daniel was devastated, but he understood. He knew Elena was a woman of integrity, and he respected her decision. Years went by. Elena and her husband reconciled, becoming good friends. They decided to travel the world, exploring new cultures, trying new experiences. Meanwhile, Daniel remained in their city, living a quiet life, working as a driver. Sometimes he saw Elena and her husband on his routes, and each time he couldn't help but smile. He knew he had played a part, however small, and bringing them back together. And that in itself was a journey worth taking.